Everybody, welcome back to the channel. Ryan, Movies with Ryan. It is that time. We got an Orbitdvd unboxing. Ordered something from them a couple weeks ago, right at the beginning of the Barnes & Noble Criterion 50% off sale. Came in the mail. Of course, we had to do all the Criterion stuff this month, so this is going to be the dessert to finish off Criterion month, even though this is going to come out in August. Anyway, Stabbin' Steve is here again. Love the Orbitdvd box. Let's get in this bad boy. See what I got. Nothing too crazy. Just a couple of titles I had to pick up that were released last month. Couldn't pass them up for the price. Of course, you get free shipping when you buy 3 things from Orbitdvd. Great packaging, great company. Always highly recommend them. Steve's going to be difficult, so I can't close Steve. We're going to put Steve as far away from me as possible. My light just flickered. Anyway, 3 titles. Boom. As you can see. Actually, you can't see. That was just a big ball of bubble wrap. Handy dandy receipt. Handier dandier bubble wrap. And go back in that box. 3 things. All of these I've heard are great movies. One of them I definitely want to watch as soon as possible. First one has gotten a lot of praise. A lot of praise, not a praise. I mean, I've heard really good things about this movie, so I had to pick it up. Starring Jesse Eisenberg and Kieran Culkin from Searchlight, A Real Pain. Now, from what I remember, synopsis of this movie is they're brothers, I believe, and they go back to Poland. Or no, they're cousins. They go through a tour of Poland to honor their beloved grandmother, and they end up going to a concentration camp, I guess, where she may have been held at. I don't know the full story, but I've heard this movie is funny, it's sad, it touches the heart, pulls at the strings a little bit. A little dark in some parts, a little dark humor, all things I love. But first pickup from Orbitdvd, A Real Pain. Can't wait to check that out. Next are 2 things from A24. Now, while I was at Barnes & Noble this past month, they have a great A24 selection, don't get me wrong. Their prices are about $5 to $7 higher per title than what I was buying them at from Orbitdvd. Now, grant, if they do sales at Barnes & Noble, I'm definitely hopping on it. But the first thing I picked up, Paul Rudd, Jenna Ortega, I didn't realize she was in here, Will Poitier, Tia Leone, and Richard E. Grant. Yeah. Death of a Unicorn. I remember watching the trailer for this when it came out. I don't know if this was in theaters for very long. I know Paul Rudd is Jenna's father, and they're going up into like a retreat in a mountainous area and hitting an animal, and then, yeah, a killer unicorn pops up. So sticking with the A24 weirdness, along with like lamb, killer animals, Death of a Unicorn. If anybody has seen this movie, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you thought about it. As you can see, it's got the price sticker on there, $22.99, whereas Barnes & Noble's $29.99, I believe. $27.99, something like that. Anyway, I love this packaging too. I love that they have these, not all their movies are like this, but they've been putting all their movies in the similar case with the barcode on the end and the like color matching cases. I love that. So Death of a Unicorn, let me know. And finally from A24, I've heard this is just a visceral experience. Very real. I've heard the production on this is fantastic. The sound design on this is fantastic. I cannot wait to watch this. War movies, I really, really like. And this is from an Iraq War veteran, Ray Mendoza, and then Civil War director Alex Garland. I loved Civil War. I like everything so far that I've seen from Alex Garland. But this is as real it can get, and it's based on an actual event. And that's what gives it the visceral feel, especially with Ray directing this. But that is Warfare, if you didn't already figure out what I was talking about. But this is, let's see, platoon of American Navy SEALs in Iraq apartment building as they surveil a group of insurgents plotting an attack. Based on the memory of people who lived it. So it is based on an actual real event, like I said. Can't wait to check this out. I've heard tremendous things about this. I've got a few people in my life that are war veterans, and they've watched this movie and they said it was good. Like they did a real job bringing this movie to life. So I cannot wait to check this out. If they're getting thumbs up from that, I got to watch it. So that's it. That's it from Orbitdvd. 3 titles, 3 simple titles that I had to pick up. A Real Pain, Death of a Unicorn, Warfare. Can't wait to check all these out. It's been Ryan, Movies with Ryan. Hopefully you all are doing great out there. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you're not subscribed to me, and all that great stuff. Till I see you again, have a fantastic night.